Hello everyone and welcome to this week's short video tutorial. This will be part number 4 in the pawn opening versus thundering cannon defense opening system. This is from the book Xiangqi Opening Tabia by Master Wengqing and Grandmaster Zhang. Okay, so without further ado, let us begin. Pawn opening, thundering cannon, central cannon, right elephant variation, h2 plus 3, r9 plus 1. Now in the previous 3 boards, red would make other moves like r1 equals 2, etc. But in this board, we will discuss the possibility of red playing c5 plus 4 to capture the enemy pawn. Now with this move, the main idea will be to prevent this chariot from crossing the palace, as can be seen from the previous 3 boards. So what would happen? So after delivering a check, red would defend in this manner so that he can have the extra option of developing his chariot as a kingside chariot. Like red fortifies his defense, the elephant eye horse, c5 minus 1, and red would develop this right chariot as a foul chariot. This is a commonly seen method of play. Now another option would be to play. Now another variation or possibility would be to play r9 equals to 6 to continue developing the left rank chariot. Now red would usually counter with p3 plus 1 to allow for future development of the horse. And black would play h8 plus 7, preparing to develop the horses from the central file. r1 equals to 2 and c8 equals to 9. Now as the match continues, black can decide to play r1 equals to 2, r1 equals to 2 to attack or apply pressure on this flank, or play h4 plus 5 to develop the horses from the central file, followed by r1 equals to 4. Now this is another variation that is occasionally seen, and which is not in today's context. Instead, we will be discussing r1 equals to 2. So red will protect the cannon in this manner. Black will develop the chariot, p3 plus 1. This is a must-make move. Now, if red played r9 equals to 8, will this be a viable move? The answer, we shall see. r2 plus 4 to chase the cannon away. r6 plus 4 to threaten the pawn, to protect the pawn. And black would now move his chariot very nicely, attack the horse, which has no many good places to move. Usually red will be forced to protect the horse in this manner, but black will continue to attack the horse, so red would have the initiative in this situation. Hence that is why r9 equals to 8 is not a good idea, and it would be better for red to play p3 plus 1 at this point. Now this would be the position of discussion. There are 2 main variations, the first of which would be r6 plus 2, and the second will be r2 plus 4. So in the first variation of r6 plus 2, black would protect his cannon rank, and red will usually counter with r9 equals to 8. Now, this will allow the black chariot to continue to attack the horse, protecting the horse, and black will play h8 plus 9. Now at this point in time, red would opt to trade chariots in this manner. Now this, the reasons for doing so include, after trading material, black's attack on this flank, or the pressure that he will be applying, will be greatly lessened, and there will be much less pressure over here, and the speed of black's counter attack will be slowed down, and red could simply take his time to counter any future moves. Now at this point in time, red would have the extra central pawn, and red would try to build on this slight minimal advantage. So now in the book, k5 equals to 4 was given. Now this is quite a instead of trading material, this black decided to move the king. Now this can be considered to be a pinning move uh, because with this move, the red horse will not dare to move, or there will be the threat of the black chariot capturing the red advisor after the black horse had moved, let's say by trading chariots or moving to the center for afterwards. So black would try to gain some momentum over here, but this is not a good idea. Instead, it would be better for black to simply trade material. After trading material, black would get to develop his horse, and again red try to trade both chariots away. And although red would have still have a slight advantage, but the situation has been greatly simplified and the chances of a draw are extremely high. So r2 plus 9 would be a better option. Now what would happen if, as mentioned in the board, black went for k5 equals to 4? Red would move his cannon away, trying to chase the cannon away. And red would have the advantage at this point in time. The black chariot still cannot capture the red the advisor. So this would be variation 1. Sorry, variation A. In variation 2, variation B, black would try to dislodge the cannon with r2 plus 4. Red will protect the pawn in this manner. Now usually the cannon is retreated to the cross riverbank rank because when it is placed here, any development by the black horses will be limited, and any possible counter attack will be greatly stalled. But moving the cannon here will mean that this pawn will be a weak point. Now, in the book, r6 plus 5 was given as the main line in variation B. They suggested or examined r6 equals to 7 also. Now this was a deceptive move according to the authors. Now when r6 plus 7 is played, black would attack the horse, and the best way for red to protect the horse would be to play a6 plus 5. It will be a blunder for black to play r1 equals to hoping to trade material, because after trading the chariots, the black cannon will now be free to attack the central pawn, and black will gain a huge advantage in this situation. So if red played f6 plus 5, black will be forced to retreat the chariot, and the efforts of this black chariot after advancing and retreating will be naught. Black would not have gained anything, and in terms of development of the pieces, red would now black would now fall further behind. So this is not a good idea, and instead r6 plus 5 would be the better choice. Protecting the cannon, attacking the horse, protecting the horse, and in this situation, black would choose to retreat his cannon as chariot, to attack the pawn, forcing the pawn upwards, and then retreating, advancing the chariot again. And usually red will retreat his cannon also. You will see that both colors are losing tempo, but first of all, retreating cannon is a brilliant waiting move. Now, it would not be a good idea if red continue with h6 plus 5. It would not be a good idea for black to continue with h6 plus 5, because black will gain material in this manner. So that is why red retreated his cannon back to the to this rank. So if the cannon were to be played, red would simply capture it because his chariot was protected by the horse. So now black would do the same, but instead of advancing again, because if this cycle were repeated, it would be a draw. So c8 equals to 9 was a move by red to try to create opportunities, as he wasn't willing to go down with the draw. A trade of material, capturing the central pawn and evening the pawn disparity, attacking the black horse, attacking the black horse again, developing the left horse, retreating the chariot, and it will be a standoff for both colors, as neither color would now have pushed any piece across the river for attack. Now this would be it will still be very too early to determine the outcome of this situation, but overall speaking, this will lead to the pace of the game will slow down greatly. So a quick recap for this would be the position of discussion after red captured the central pawn. In variation A, black would play r6 equals to 2, r6 equals to 4 to attack the horse, but if red played correctly, it will lead to this situation whereby red would have the slight advantage. In variation B, black would try to dislodge the red cannon with r2 plus 4, and after this flank, the situation on this flank was diffused, red would trade material, which would eventually lead to a standoffish position. Now, both colors can be satisfied with this outcome, and the highlight of the battle will be fought in the mid-game. So this is a short video of one of the opening systems, and what is most important is this move, capturing the central cannon to prevent the chariot from crossing the palace. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you like the work I've been doing, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you.